Jay McClement, ex-Avalanche player. And the puck, he has it again. Bounce pass behind the net, off the boards, chipped off the glass, and into the center zone. Scooped up, 2-on-1 developing for the Canes. Pass in the slot, backhander, and a kick save made. Power play by goaltender Reto Berra. Handoff is made, and a quick pass up ice made by Hayda. And a race into the corner of the Carolina zone. McGinley with a hit, freed up the puck. Box. The puck passed across to him. Into the zone, shot down the slot, broken up. Clearing attempt, did not get out of the zone. Shot by Falk, gets it again, shoots wide. Chance for Stahl, but Berra came out of the net quickly. Big defenseman, Simmons trying to chip it out in the center, had a block. Quick pass ahead by Stahl over the line. Pass in the slot, shot, score! And guess who? John Michael Lyle.
For Avalanche fans, this is just a look into the past. Johnny Lyles did this for so many years for the Avalanche. Just great
by the Avs, and a steal by the Canes. Skinner, nice pass, backhand save by Barron. Loose puck, still loose in the slot, overskated by the Canes, and Gerby shoots and scores. And it is 2-0 for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Well, Gerby, Mike, this is just a guy with all kinds of heart. He is not a big guy. He's 5'5", and yet last year 16 goals. I mean, he is a kind of player that just works like so tirelessly down low.
To the head, the Avalanche right on it. McLeod, Cleach, and Talbot's line out for Colorado. Pass, it's tipped in the air, bouncing wide, back into the Kane zone. Smacked around, and down the ice by Redmond. Skates out to center. Dumped into the corner, hard off those corner boards. There's a loose puck in front, and it's chipped over the net. Back into the corner, Redmond shoots, and it's in! It went off the skate and into the net. And the Avalanche have cut the lead in half,
leaving them together. And he said the one thing we do want from this line is some energy. And boy, oh boy, was that a great shift, a needed shift for the Colorado Avalanche. I think it's going to bounce right. I get he worked hard, but it's the kind of guy that you root for in those kind of situations.
Great point, Peter. You certainly do. Shot right in the chest of Ward, and that chance by O'Reilly. With the puck scooped into the corner for Duchesne. Well, that goal, Peter, seems to have really given this team some life. Pass out in front, and Ward without a stick, able to cover that puck with the glove.
This guy has a fantastic resume in the National Hockey League, and you know, a lot of people point to his playoff performance, which over time has been spectacular.
Out at center ice, bouncing puck. Salusti checks against the wall. The puck comes across the mid zone out towards center ice. And picked up on the fly and brought in. Walking across, nice pass, the save, and a beauty by Berra. Yanked off the boards, out to center ice, brought through the middle zone by Riley Nash coming in. Cuts across, pass, shot, score! He just got picked up playing his first game in a Canes uniform on waivers, and as he paid dividends tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this has got to feel awfully good. You're with the Detroit Red Wings. And Mike, there's an organization that, you know, tries to really brings players along slowly. Played 13 games for the Detroit this year. Mike, it didn't quite work, but he fit in. He's a big ball.
Poke check from behind. Bounced the head. Carried in by the Canes. Nash out of the corner with the puck. Duchesne on him. Frees up the puck. Gerby scooped it up. Pass back towards the point for Gleason. He shoots. And a save made by Pickard. And he jumps on the loose puck in a hurry. Colorado. 11 shots for the Canes. For the Avs, 7. From center ice comes Ben Street into the Carolina zone. Shot kicked out by Ward. Up the near side board. Kept it in with some pressure. Shot gets blocked. And McClement going shoulder to shoulder with Redmond. And a hit by McLeod frees up the puck. What energy from this line. McLeod shoots. There's a chance for Cleach. To the corner by Nash. And the puck rolls free with it along the far side. Canes walking right out in front, back in, and the puck, rebound shot. It did not go in. It didn't go in. Unbelievable.
Sit down for crying out loud.
Get out of my way.
I'm trying to see.
You're blocking my game.
Comes across. Oh my goodness, Mike, he reached back.
Down low for O'Reilly. Shot saved by Ward. Loose puck grabbed by the Avs. It's Briere with it. Back high for Tyson Berry shot through traffic, saved by Ward, bouncing puck, gives a chance, and covered by Ward. McKinnon, pass broken up the wall, nice play by Johnson at the blue line to hold it in. Gives to Redmond, back to Johnson, top of the circle pass, McKinnon down low, shot, save, rebound, it's free to the side of the net. Gave it to Landeskog, back to Johnson, shot tipped wide of the net, chance, and that block deflected wide. Landeskog in the slot, here comes Johnson, he shoots, he's got Erik Johnson!
The guy's ankle, and just, the puck keeps going, and again, you see the Avalanche, good pressure, lots of bodies down low. You see Carolina, they collapse everybody down low. You see Johnson right there.
Continues to pile up some points.
Like that now ties him with Tyson Berry for the team lead with points with 14. Landeskog now assists in back-to-back games.
Duchesne out in front, he shoots and hit the crossbar. He moves through a check, pass back up the wall for Landeskog, changing positions with McKinnon at the half boards. Gets the pass from Landeskog, down low for Iginla, starts out in front, blocked, and it's covered at the side of the net in the corner. Stops, feeds back to the point for Berry. Top of the circle pass for Duchesne, below the circle for O'Reilly. Moves to the top of the circle, gets it back to Duchesne, pass in front, and tipped wide of the net. 3-on-2 for the Hurricanes coming the other way. They slow down. The puck dropped in the corner. Toulouse bounces off of Johnson. Brings the puck to the point for Gleason. He shoots wide of the net. Up the wall. Duchesne clears the puck to center right. Turning to the near side wall. Back to the blue line. Chips across. Russell shoots off the glove, knocked down in the high slot, picked up, shot by Sekera, blocked into the far side, and the clearing attempt by 7 comes out to center. Shot off of 7 to the blue line. McLeod's got the puck coming wide, sends it in front. There's a chance. It comes loose, backhand try, and it's stopped by. Rims it around to the near corner. Johnson spun it back up the far side for Iginla. Flings the pass up the ice, and the Avalanche on the move. It's McKinnon cutting in. Saved by Ward. Rebound. Scooped up by the Hurricanes. They're in the head with a check, so that results in a penalty. And another power play chance for the Avalanche, their 4th of the game. They've had 5 shots on their power play. Glove save by Ward. Carried in by Johnson. He gets wide behind the net, rolls it around. Near side half boards for McKinnon. Reverses back down the wall. Cuts across the middle. Makes the pass. Shot down low, and it's tipped wide. Side wall for Holden. Behind the net for Duchesne. Centered in front for Briere. He's tied up, and the puck is cleared, but not out. Avalanche hold it in. Briere's pass slowed up, but kept in by the Avs. Down the middle. O'Reilly. Shot saved by Ward on Duchesne. Makes a pass across. Holden feeds to O'Reilly. Dumps in. Pass around the wall. Holden holds it. He shoots. Save by Ward. Bouncing puck to the corner. By Nash over the line. Shot. And that one slammed wide. Boy, that Strauchel had quite a shot there. Carried in by McKinnon with speed. He's in. He shoots. And a save by Ward. Round into the far side. Landeskog just off the bench. Gets to the puck. Slot. Shot. It's tied up at 3. Jarome Iginla.
Around a little bit. The Avalanche, Landeskog will pick up his 2nd assist of the game. Throws it across.
Back in by Lindholm. Up ice for Eric Staal. Handoff. Shot by Lindholm comes wide of the net. And taking it and flying up the ice is O'Reilly. Drop pass shot. Save made by Ward on Briere. That's when the face-off. Shot for the point. Kick saved by Ward. McKinnon darting through. Pass. In front. There it is. Yeah, did it. They did it. They did it. They did it.
And he sprinted. They're on the top of your screen. They're going to sprint in. Right down low. Perfect pass by Iginla.
Nash on the draw. Comes near side. There's a chance. Blocked by Eda. This one is over. A come from behind victory, and Calvin Pickard gets the win.